Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel Stats Wizard. In my previous video, I've explained the calculation of mean for continuous series using direct method as well as shortcut method. In today's video, I'm going to explain the same problem, that is calculation of mean for continuous series, but using step deviation method. So here is an example. From the following data, calculate the mean profits. Profits per shop and number of shops are given. This is the same example which we have taken in the previous video, but there we have calculated only direct method as well as shortcut method. In this video, with the same example, I am going to show you how to calculate this using step deviation method. So class interval frequency is given, and we know that the formula for step deviation method for calculating mean is x bar is equal to capital A plus summation f into d dash divided by capital N into h. This is the formula we have to use to calculate mean for continuous series using step deviation method. Now we know that h is equal to width of the class interval. H is width of the class interval. Now to calculate this, first let us prepare the chart. We have to first write the class interval, frequency, midpoint of class interval. We also know d dash is equal to m minus a divided by h. In the previous video, for calculating mean continuous series using shortcut method, we have used summation f into d, but here it is d dash. There d is equal to m minus a, here d dash is equal to m minus a divided by h. That is the difference. Now after writing class interval, frequency, then we have to find the midpoint of class interval. We already know how to do it. Then we need d dash. D dash is equal to m minus a divided by h. Then we need f into d dash. So these are the things which we require. Now first let us write the class interval as it is. 100 to 200, 200 to 300, 300 to 400, 400 to 500, 500 to 600, 600 to 700, and 700 to 800. And the frequency values are 10, 18, 20, 26, 30, 28 and 18. So these are the given values from the question, class interval as well as frequency. Now midpoint of class interval. We know how to calculate midpoint of class interval. Upper limit of the class interval plus lower limit of the class interval divided by 2 gives you the midpoint of class interval. Already we have found in my previous video, that is 200 plus 300, that is 300 divided by 2 is 150. 300 plus 200 is 500. 500 divided by 2 is 250. 400 plus 300 is 700. 700 divided by 2 is 350. 500 plus 400 is 900. 900 divided by 2 is 450. 600 plus 500 is 1100. 1100 divided by 2 is 550. 700 plus 600 is 1300. 1300 divided by 2 is 650. 800 plus 700 is 1500 divided by 2 is 750. So this is the midpoint of class interval. Now our next class calculation is d dash. So d dash is equal to m minus a divided by h. M is nothing but the midpoint. Just now we have calculated. A is assumed mean. So any value from the calculated value of m should be taken as assumed mean. In my previous class, previous video, I have taken 450. Here I am taking a is equal to 350. You can take any value from the m value. So here I have taken a is equal to 350. Let me write here. And h is width of the class interval. What is width? Upper limit minus lower limit. Okay, so this is how the width of the class interval should be calculated. So width of the class interval h is equal to upper limit minus lower limit. So the difference between upper limit and lower limit gives the width of the class interval. Here, since the class interval are equal, so the width will be 100. 200 minus 100 is also 100. 300 minus 200 is also 100. 400 minus 300 is 100. So everywhere the width of the class interval is same. H is equal to 100. I am writing it here. Now we will calculate d dash. So d dash formula is m minus a divided by h. M is the midpoint. So 150 minus 350 is minus 250 divided by 100. Sorry, 150 minus 350 is minus 200 divided by 100 is minus 2. 250 minus 350 is minus 100 divided by 100 is minus 1. 350 minus 350 is 0. 0 divided by 100, 0. 450 minus 350 is 100 plus 100. 100 divided by 100 is 1. 550 minus 350 is 200. 200 divided by 100 is 2. 650 minus 350 is 300 divided by 100 is 3. 750 minus 350 is 4. 400. 400 divided by 100 is 4. So this is how d dash value should be calculated by subtracting midpoint with the assumed mean divided by 100, that is width of the class interval. Now what I need? F d dash. So multiply these f values with d dash values. So 10 into minus 2 is minus 20. 18 into minus 1 is minus 18. 20 into 0 is 0. 26 into 1 is 26. 30 into 2 is 60. 28 into 3 is 84. 18 into 4 is 72. So this is how f into d dash should be calculated. Multiply the f values with d dash values. Now in the formula I have summation f d dash. So take the total. Summation f d dash is minus 20 minus 18 plus 0 plus 26 plus 60 plus 84 plus 72. And the total is plus 204. This is the summation f d dash value. I'll explain the problem once again. Class interval as well as frequency is already given in the question. We have written down as it is. Next we have to find the midpoint of class interval, that is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. We will get this midpoint values. Now find out d dash by subtracting midpoint with the assumed mean, that is m minus a divided by h. H is width of the class interval. Width of the class interval is calculated by taking difference between upper limit minus lower limit of the class interval. So that we got it as 100. Now we have calculated d dash value, m minus a divided by h. 150 minus 350 divided by 100 is minus 2. 250 minus 350 divided by 100 is minus 1, and so on. Next step, we have multiplied frequency values with d dash values. So we have and taken the total. We got summation f d dash value. Now apply the formula. So our formula is x bar is equal to capital A plus summation f into d dash divided by capital N into h. So x bar is equal to, A is assumed mean. We have taken assumed mean as 350. So write 350 here, plus summation f d dash value we got 204 divided by capital N. Capital N is nothing but total of frequency. So if you add all the frequency values, you are getting the total 150. So write it here, 150 into h. H is width of the class interval. How much we have taken? 100. So write 100 here. So x bar is equal to, keep this 350 as it is, plus 204 divided by 150 is 1.36 into 100 as it is. So x bar is equal to 350 plus 1.36 into 100 is 136. Therefore, x bar is equal to 350 plus 136 is 486. So this is the mean value using step deviation method. Now if you go back to my previous video and if you watch the same problem, we have calculated using direct method as well as shortcut method. We have got the same answer, that is 486. So whether you use direct method, shortcut method or step deviation method, answer remains same. Sometimes in the examination they may particularly ask you to calculate mean using step deviation method, then you have to use this. If they simply ask you to calculate mean, it is your choice. Either you can use direct method, shortcut method or step deviation method. Sometimes in some cases they have asked you to calculate all the three methods, then you should be familiar with all the three formulas to calculate mean value. Hope you understood this video. If you understand, kindly like and subscribe to my channel and share these videos among your friends. If you have any doubts, kindly comment. Thank you for watching.